Desert Spirits and Dancing Cacti, a mescaline journey. I had heard stories about the transformative power of mescaline, a psychedelic compound derived from the sacred peyote cactus. It was said to open doors to otherworldly realms and reveal hidden truths about oneself. I had always been curious, and today, I decided to take the plunge. As the first taste of the bitter mescaline touched my lips, I felt a shiver run down my spine. I closed my eyes and let the sensations wash over me. It started as a gentle hum, a subtle shift in perception. Colors became more vivid, and the world around me seemed to breathe in harmony with my own breath. I sat down in the shade of a gnarled, ancient cactus. Its wrinkled arms stretched out like a wise old sage, beckoning me to join it on a journey of enlightenment. The sand beneath my fingers felt cool and inviting, so I ran my hands through it, feeling each grain as it slid through my fingers. But then, something strange happened. The grains of sand began to move, as if they had a life of their own. They crawled over my hands and up my arms, tickling me like tiny, playful insects. I giggled uncontrollably as I watched the sand dance on my skin. I opened my eyes, and that's when I saw them, the cacti. They were no longer stationary, but instead they swayed and twirled with an otherworldly grace. Each cactus had a unique personality, and they moved to a rhythm that only they could hear. I reached out to touch one of the dancing cacti, and as my fingers made contact, I felt a surge of energy. It was as if the cactus had shared a secret with me, a profound truth about the interconnectedness of all living things. Tears welled up in my eyes as I realized that I was not alone in this vast desert. I was surrounded by ancient spirits, and they had chosen to reveal themselves to me. I stood up and began to move with the cacti, letting the rhythm of the desert guide my every step. It was a dance of pure ecstasy, a celebration of life and the natural world. The sand beneath my feet was no longer just sand. It was a living, breathing entity, carrying me along with it. As I danced, I felt my own body transform. My limbs became more flexible, and I moved with a fluidity I had never known before. I twirled and spun, my laughter echoing through the desert like a wild song of liberation. The cacti cheered me on, their arms waving in delight. The sun sank lower in the sky, casting long shadows across the desert. The colors of the sky melted into a breathtaking tapestry of purples, oranges, and pinks. It was as if the desert itself was painting a masterpiece just for me. As the day turned into night, the desert came alive in a whole new way. The stars above shimmered like diamonds, and the cacti glowed with an ethereal light. I lay down in the sand, feeling the cool embrace of the earth beneath me. It was as if I had become one with the desert, a part of its ancient, timeless beauty. I closed my eyes, and in the darkness, I saw visions of the past and the future. I saw the desert as it once was, teeming with life and vibrant civilizations. I saw a future where humanity lived in harmony with nature, respecting the delicate balance of the desert ecosystem. As the mescaline began to wane, I knew that my journey was coming to an end. I felt a deep sense of gratitude for the desert and the cacti that had shared their wisdom with me. I knew that I would carry the lessons of this experience with me for the rest of my life. I stood up one last time, facing the dancing cacti with a heart full of love and reverence. With a final, graceful twirl, I said my goodbyes to the spirits of the desert and began to make my way back to the world of the everyday. Reality swaying me back, lapping over me in gentle waves.